Peace, divinities, and blessings to the Goham fam. Thank you for tuning into another episode of Sunrise Yoga. I am your leading yogi, Divine Destini, and this practice today is just going to be very mindful, intentional, and slow, just to put some energy and some flow back into yourself. Blessings. Let's get started. So we're going to start with the meditation. Close your eyes. Take a deep inhale, slow exhale. And just bring yourself very presently to this moment. Tune your awareness to your breathing, the rise and the fall of your chest and your stomach. Release anything you have to do after this practice. Release any emotions or feelings that may be holding on to from situations before this practice. And when we're ready, we're gonna bring ourselves into child pose. So you're gonna send your knees to the outward edges of the mat. Bring your big toes together and send your hips back wide, extending your arms as far as they'll go. Deep inhale, slow exhales. Bring yourself up to a neutral tabletop position. We're gonna do some cat-cow. So you're gonna inhale, dropping your belly for your cat. Exhale, rounding out that spine for your cow. Following your own breath here. Bring it back to a neutral tabletop position. We're gonna do some barrel rolls. So you're gonna send your torso to one side of your body, opening up through that spine. Switch directions. Bring it back to a neutral tabletop position. You're gonna send your right arm out in front of you. You're gonna send your left leg back behind you, rounding out in that spine just to maintain balance. On an inhale, you're gonna bring your knee and your elbow together. You're gonna exhale to release. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale to release. One more time, inhale. Exhale, bring it back down, neutral tabletop. Send that left hand out straight in front of you. Send that right leg back, rounding out that spine, finding balance. Inhale, bring knees to elbows. Exhale, release. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale to release. Last time, inhale, bring it in. Exhale to release. Bring it back down to your neutral tabletop position. You're gonna bring your chest to the floor for a puppy pose. So drop your chest down to the floor. Deep inhale, opening up that heart chakra. Melting that heart to the ground. On your next exhale, you're gonna send yourself into a downward dog. Walk this one out, bend those knees, find movement here, deep inhales. Slow exhales here. Send your right leg high to the sky. You're gonna bend your knee, opening up in that hip space. Deep inhale here. On your next exhale, bring your foot all the way through to your hands. You're gonna be in a lunge position. Open up those hips. Open up that chest, sink into this lunge. Deep inhale here. On your next exhale, drop your back knee and curl your toes under. You're gonna shift your foot to the outside edge of your mat. Make sure your toes are pointing outward. And then you're gonna drop yourself down to your elbows for lizard pose. Deep inhale. Slow exhales, breathing into that hip space. One more round of breath here. Bring your hands back to the mat. You're gonna shift your foot to the inside edge of the mat this time and drop your knee down. You're gonna allow your back leg to sink straight back, aligning, squaring off those hips. And then when you're ready, you're gonna deepen the stretch by dropping down to your elbows or your chest, whichever feels good for you at this time. Deep inhale. Slow exhale. Keep breathing. From here, you're gonna bring your hands back to your mat, unbind your knee so it is bent once more. You're gonna shift your weight to the back, so your right leg should be straight, your left leg should be bent, and you should lean forward toward your toes. Deep inhale here. Slow exhales. You're gonna shift your weight once more back to the front. You're gonna lift your left leg up, and then you're gonna bring your left arm around to grab your foot. Deep inhale. Slow exhale here. If you'd like to deepen the stretch, you can sink deeper into your hip space. On your next exhale, release your foot and your hand. Then you're gonna send yourself back into downward dog, making sure you're sending those heels into the ground. Feel the difference in the sides of your body. Send that left leg out wide this time. Bend that knee, opening up in that hip space. Deep inhale. On your exhale, bring your leg through to your hands. Dropping that hip, opening that chest for your lunge. Drop that back knee, uncurl those toes. You're gonna send your foot to the outward edge of your mat. Make sure your toes are pointing outward, and then you're gonna drop down to your elbows. Deep inhale here. Slow exhale. Doing great. A few more rounds of breath. Bring your hands back to the mat. Shift your foot to the inside edge of the mat this time. Drop your knee down. Square off those hips, and then allow yourself to sink to your elbows or your chest, whichever feels most comfortable for you. Deep inhales. Slow exhales. Breathing into that hip space, inviting expansion. We've got a few more rounds of breath here. When you're ready, bring your hands back to the mat. Unbind your knee. And shift your weight to the back. Left leg straight, right leg bent. Lean toward your toes. On your next exhale, shift your weight to the front foot. Bend your right knee, send your right arm all the way back to connect with that right foot. Deep inhale. Slow exhales. Release that foot. And you're going to send yourself back into downward dog. When you're ready, walk your feet to your hands at the top of your mat. We're going to forward fold. Keep your legs straight. Reach toward your toes or your ankles. Deep inhale here. You're going to bend your knees. You're going to grab your elbows. And just allow yourself to hang. Allow your chest to sink deeper toward your knees. You might find some movement from left to right here. Deep inhales. Slow exhales. With bent knees, you're going to connect your hands behind your back and straighten out your elbows. Deep inhale. Slow exhales here. On your next exhale, you're going to release your hands back down to the ground. With bent knees, you're going to inhale, root to rise. We're going to separate our feet hip-width distance apart. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, drop it all the way down into yogi squat. You might find some movement here from side to side. Opening up this hip space. We're going to drop it down to the ground. On your back, bring your hands to your sides. Pause my recorder doing stuff. All right, bring your hands to your sides. And on an inhale, you're going to send your hips high to the sky. Inhale, bridge pose. Exhale, very slowly with control, release back down to the ground. Inhale, bridge pose. Exhale, slowly release those hips. Last time, inhale, bridge pose. Exhale, release your hips down to the ground. You're going to take your right leg, and you're going to put your ankle across your left foot. You're going to take your right hand, and you're going to interlace it between your legs and grab your left knee. You're going to take your left hand and grab the outside of your left knee. And then you're going to pull your legs to your chest. Deep inhale, as comfortable as they'll go. Slow exhales here. On your next exhale, release your left foot to the ground. Unbind that right leg. And we're going to switch, so you're going to send your left ankle over your right leg. Send your left hand through your legs and bring your right hand to meet your left hand at the knee. Inhale, pull your legs to your chest. On your next exhale, release your foot to the ground. Unbind your legs and bring it up to a seated position. Ooh, I'm sweating, are y'all? You're gonna bring your feet together for a seated butterfly pose. You're gonna use your elbows to push gently on your legs to extend that stretch. If you like a deeper stretch here, you could lean forward. Make sure you're elongating through that spine. Deep inhales here. Slow exhales. When we're ready, we're gonna open our legs for a wide leg forward fold. Deep inhale, and on your exhale, hinge at the hips and send your chest toward the ground. Deep inhale. Slow exhales here. On your next exhale, bring yourself back to a straight position. Send your right arm up and around over to touch your toes. Deep inhale. Slow exhale. Breathing through that side body, opening up in that chest. Inviting expansion. Exhale, we're gonna release. Inhale, send that left arm up and over to touch those right toes this time. Deep inhale. Slow exhales. Exhale to release. Bring your feet together. Elongate through that spine, Tadasana. Make sure your toes are flexed, straight legs. Deep inhale here. And on your next exhale, hinge at the hips and bring your chest towards your knees. Deep inhale. Slow exhales. Bring yourself back to a normal seated position, and we're gonna flip over to our bellies. All the way down to the ground. From here, I want you to grab your right leg ankle with your right hand and grab your left ankle with your left hand. On an inhale, you're going to push the tops of your feet toward your hands. Inhale, send your feet out. Make sure you're breathing. On the next exhale, release into the floor. Inhale, send those feet to the push against those hands. On your next exhale, release to the floor. Send your feet out straight. You're gonna put your hands next to your chest as though you were going to do a push-up. And on an inhale, leading with your chin, you're going to send yourself, peel yourself up. Deep inhale here, upward facing dog. On your next exhale, you're going to curl those toes and send yourself down in a downward facing dog. Bring your feet to your hands. Bend those knees. Inhale, root to rise. We're almost done. It's hot. How you feeling? Good. Great. I don't want to start till they get out the car because all the things. I want to say Brittany, but I don't know. Oh, did she wave? I didn't see her.
You gotta be quiet in front of the
Camera? I told you. They do what they want around here. It's fine.
That feels so great. I have no idea.
Yeah? It was the bow pose for you? Is she gonna get out the car or not? All right, fuck it. All right, you're gonna send your right leg, step back with your right leg. Make sure your toes are still pointed forward. Deep inhale, bring your hands all the way up. On an exhale, you're gonna shift your right foot to the outward edge of the mat and drop your arms down to your shoulders, looking past your left fingertips, bending in that right knee, deepening that stretch. Warrior two pose, deep inhale. On your next inhale, you're going to send your left hand high to the sky. Reverse warrior. Exhale to release. You're gonna step your right foot to the front of the mat. Send your left foot back this time. Make sure your toes are pointing forward. Deep inhale, sending those hands high to the sky. On your next exhale, send those left toes to the outward edge of the mat and drop your arms down to your shoulders. Bend in that knee. Inhale, send your right arm high to the sky. Exhale to release. We're gonna move into tree pose, so find stability through your left foot. Then you're going to bring your right foot up to either your calf or your thigh. It needs to be above or below the knee for safety. Once you've found balance here in this space, deep inhale, bring your hands to heart center. If you would like more of a challenge here, exhale, send your hands high to the sky. On your next exhale, release your foot and your hand, dive all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, bend those knees, root to rise. Tree pose to the left side, finding balance in that right foot, finding a drishti point if necessary, putting your foot on the calf or the thigh. On the calf or the thigh, finding balance in this space. Once you found your balance, bring your hands to heart center. Deep inhale. Slow exhales. If you'd like more a challenge here, extend those arms all the way up. Exhale, release. Forward fold, dive all the way down. Bend those legs, inhale, root to rise. You're gonna step your feet hip width distance apart. Exhale, drop all the way down into your yogi squat. Drop all the way down to the floor. Laying down on your back, sending your hands and your legs out wide for your beautiful, calming Shavasana. Feeling all the energy you've just created in your body, all the warmth. I'm thankful for you showing up today. When you're ready, start wiggling those toes and those fingers, bringing yourself back to this present moment. Comfortably and gently bring yourself up to a seated position. Many blessings, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in with me for today's episode of Sunrise Yoga. I'm grateful for you for being present for yourself, showing up to refill your cup, to create movement and warmth and expansion and sweat, child, within the body. Stay divine. Namaste.